All right, welcome to this video. I'm going to do my best to quickly go through the steps for uh, video analysis with a software called Logger Pro. So first thing, if you're using a Mac, you need to find Logger Pro and probably use the Finder tool. So you can do that by clicking on the desktop and clicking up here where it says File and then Find. You can also use Command F on a Mac. And I'm going to search for Logger Pro. And I've got a whole bunch of files with that in somewhere inside it, but you're looking for the one that has the graph paper with the yellow behind it, and then the tool. Double click. Okay, next up, we're going to be doing something called video analysis. And so you have to have already recorded a video and somehow gotten it onto your computer. So I did that through Google Drive. I put it into Google Drive and then download it to my computer. I'm going to insert, so in Logger Pro, go to Insert and then Movie, and then go find the video that you've already downloaded. In my case, it's on the desktop. I'm going to click play to show the video once.
Go ahead. Oh, perfect.
There we go. And you may have to resize the video. I recommend making it as big as you can on the screen. There's a button on the bottom right with 3 red dots that's called Enable or Disable Video Analysis. And when you click on that, it's going to open up a toolbar on the right-hand side with a bunch of tools that we'll be using. I'm going to go back to the very beginning of the video by selecting like the timeline on the bottom. And I'm going to use the button that allows you to step forward 1 frame. And I'm going to find the exact frame where the ball leaves Aaron's hand. This is my son, Aaron. So I think right here, we want the time where it leaves his hands. There's a button on the bottom right, the one just to the left of it that says Sync Movie from Graph. If you click that, I'm going to set the graph time to 0. Next up, I'm going to click the red button that says Add Point. And I'm going to click on the very top of the ball. And each time you do that, it's going to advance 1 frame. Doing my best to be careful to select as accurately as I can. One trick is to move your cursor away after you click so that you can see a little bit better where you're going to click. I'm doing this relatively quickly for the sake of this video. I recommend you take a little bit longer to do it. There we go. Okay, next up, I'm going to click the Set Scale button. So the horizontal ruler that says Set Scale, click on that. And then I'm going to click and drag from the start of the ruler to the end of the ruler. And I kind of missed, so let me try that again. The start of the ruler to the end of the ruler. Even that one, let me try it one more time. That looks better. There we go. From the start to the end of the ruler. And in my case, this is a ruler and it's 0.304, 30.5 centimeters. In your case, it's probably going to be 1.6 meters, so 1 meter. Next, I'm going to set the origin, the 3rd button down that has these green lines. And I'm going to choose directly underneath Aaron, like right where his feet touch the ground, below where he threw the ball. So if I click once, it's now going to call that 0, 0. So that point is 0 in the X and 0 in the Y. If you happen to have taken a video where your video is turned sideways, your camera's turned sideways, and the whole video is sideways, you can grab that yellow dot. That's representing the positive x-axis, and you can grab it and rotate it. So I wouldn't do that for this video, but if my whole video is turned sideways so the ball is moving that way and then back or vice versa, you can rotate the axis. I'm going to put that back to where it was. Here we go. And then I like to click the Select Point button when I'm all done, just so I don't accidentally do something else on the screen. Okay, I'm going to resize the video a little bit smaller. Click on the graph. And then I want you to make two graphs. The first is going to be y versus t. So on the y-axis, where it says x and y, I'm going to click once and then select y. That's just graphing the vertical position versus time. Then I'm going to insert another graph. And it's already set up to be y velocity versus time, which is what we want. But in case it wasn't, you would select the y-axis and select y velocity. Then to make these fit nicely on the page, I'm going to go Page, Auto Arrange. There we go. And then two more things. The bottom graph looks linear, so let's do a linear fit. I'm going to click once on the graph, and then the button up here that says Linear Fit. It has like a segment of a curve that's pretty straight with a straight line through it. And I'm going to move it so I can see the graph a little bit better. There we go. And then I'm going to do something similar for the top graph. Click once in the graph. And then here I'm going to go Analyze Curve Fit. And this looks like a quadratic, like a parabola that's upside down. So I'm going to select the third one. You can click Try Fit if you want. There you go. It tells you what the values for A, B, and C. And then click OK. And then again, I'm going to move this so I can see it a little bit better. All right, that's all that you need to do. So then you'll take a screenshot of this, but we're done with the video analysis part. I guess I recommend that you save it when you're done, just in case. So you can go File, Save, and save it to your computer. Okay, thank you for watching the screencast.